Oh, well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually sitting here at my sports desk right here, just doing some investigative reporting. Been on the road all day, just getting back and just kind of dissecting everything that is with the Dallas Cowboys. They always tell me, don't quit your day job because there's no future for you here on YouTube or as in sports broadcasting. And that's all good. That's good. So this is my part-time gig. And I was on the road, with my son over here, Michael Anthony Fitness, okay? We took care of business with our day job. And now we're doing our labor of love. Today, I touched on it a little bit earlier, and I had to dig a little bit deeper because, Jobu Sports Investigative Reports wants to make sure we bring you the whole story because we want to make sure you have all the information to make the decisions that you want to get. And I've gotten so many people who have text messaged me or sent me clips of this and things and say, yeah, man, he's right. Dak Prescott. Well, no, I tell you what. Let's listen to the clip and then we'll go into it, okay? Carson Palmer, let's go through here and let's listen to it.
Scott is elite or near elite. Are you a huge fan of Dak?
I love Dak's game. I think he's great. You know, I think he shouldn't shoot for the moon. Being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, there's a lot that comes with that financially. So you don't have to be the top paid quarterback in the league. You can make as much as the top paid quarterback in the league when you're the Dallas Cowboys quarterback if you do take less. Because if you win in Dallas, I mean, you just look at today's television networks. You got Troy Aikman, well, yesterday's or last year's NFL networks. You got Troy Aikman, Jason Witten, and Tony Romo all on national televised games. Partially because of their playing careers, but a majority of that is because they play for the Dallas Cowboys. They're a household name. You've seen Dak on tons of commercials and endorsements. You can make that same top tier money if you're Dak and you take a little bit less, and you can keep, you can keep Zeke Elliott and you can keep all the players around you because those guys can get re-signed within the salary cap structure, and you can make that money off the field that you're missing on the field by doing endorsements with Sleep Number and Nike and Campbell's Chunky Soup and all the other ones that you see.
Okay, all right. So that's pretty much the end of that situation here. So. I'm trying to understand how Carson Palmer feels that he's in a position to talk about another NFL quarterback's money. I want to read to you guys something right now, okay? This is Celebrity's Net Worth, and as we sit here right now today, Carson Palmer's net worth is $90 million. Carson Palmer is an American football player whose net worth of $90 million. During his 15 seasons in the NFL, Palmer played for teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, the Arizona Cardinals. After he led the Bengals on a string of strong results, a dip in form caused him to leave and play for the Oakland Raiders. Just after 2 seasons, he moved on once again to the Arizona Cardinals. During his last 5 seasons in the NFL, Palmer continued to play well. However, injuries continued to affect his performance, and he retired in 2017. Now, he last played in 2015. He held on hope for 2 more years. After spending much of the season on the bench, that's after he retired, he earned, now wait for this now, remember, he stopped playing in 2017. This is before we had all of the ballooning of quarterbacks, top quarterbacks. And by this time in his career, he was not one of the top paid quarterbacks. But wait for this now. He earned $174 million in salary alone in the NFL. Let me say that one more time. Carson Palmer made $174 million in his NFL career. Let's go down here a little further. He is one of the top 10, highest paid players in the NFL ever at this point now. And he's been out for 5 years. He's also pretty wise as far as real estate goes, because he paid $4.4 million for a home and he sold it for $18 million in 5 years. So that's great appreciations. But let me go through. After being selected first overall by the Cincinnati Bengals, Palmer signed a 6-year, 8-figure contract worth $43 million. So he got $43 million as a rookie, because that was before they changed the rules on it. Despite the buzz around Carson, he spent the first season watching and learning from John Kitna, who signed as a free agent in 2001. However, he only waited until 2004, so he sat for 3 years until he was given a shot. So let me make this clear. Let me make sure you guys understand this. His rookie contract paid him $43 million in 2001. He didn't play for the first 3 years and still got paid all that money. However, he only waited until the 2004 until he got a shot as starting quarterback. His passing rate improved somewhat inconsistent over the next period, and things became even worse when he sprained his knee. This forced him to drop for the rest of the season, and he had to wear a knee brace for the rest of his career. After that point, despite his injury pose, Palmer led the Bengals to a successful season in 2005, and the team won the AFC North Division with their first winning season since 1990. During the 2005 season, Palmer threw 32 touchdown passes and became one of the best quarterbacks in the league. After throwing a record 66-yard pass against Pittsburgh, Carson took a devastating tackle in the knee that threatened to end his career. He suffered tears to his ACL and MCL, as well as a displaced kneecap. After reconstructive surgery, Palmer somehow managed to return for the 2006 preseason. Despite suffering a serious injury, Carson played extremely well and threw for a career-high 440 yards. And he finished the season with the Pro Bowl MVP. Over the next few years, Palmer's form slowly declined. The Bengals' performances dropped considerably. In 2010, Carson officially requested to be traded, sparking controversy. So he was Deshaun Watson before Deshaun Watson. He quoted as saying he will never want to set foot in the Bengals stadium again. Sounds like Deshaun Watson to me. Despite his strong opinions, the team ownership refused to let him go and held him on to his contract. Palmer was only allowed to leave when he threatened to retire and stopped showing up for training camp. After he finally was allowed to leave, he played 2 seasons with the Oakland Raiders, although he didn't have much success there. After 2013, he joined the Arizona Cardinals on a $16 million 2-year contract. After a number of semi-successful injury-prone years, he retired in 2018. Wow. So in 2005, okay, so now I want you to understand something here. Carson Palmer says Dak Prescott should leave money on the table, so that way they can sign other players. So as a rookie in 2001, he signed a contract for $43 million. Didn't play in 2001, didn't play in 2002, didn't play in 2003. Didn't play until 2005. Yet, he inked a contract at that time, extension, of $118 million, which was a record, with the Bengals. In 2015, wait for this now. In 2015, he was earning an estimated sum of $29 million per year. All in all, he has reportedly raked in $174 million in contract during his 15-year NFL career. So wait a minute. I want you to back this up. Carson Palmer, one of the top 10 paid NFL players in the history, who hasn't played, he retired in 2018, who in 2015, as a bench warmer, basically, at the end of his career, was getting paid $29 million a year. We're talking about $35 million right now in 2021. I literally had to choke on that. I literally had to throw up in my mouth just listening to this hypocrisy right here. What the hell gives you the right to say Dak Prescott should take less money when you've made $174 million? Let's go here a little bit further, okay? Because as we go through his career record, okay, a guy who is 92 and 88, okay, has a 62.5 completion percentage for his career, 294 TDs to 187 interceptions. His NFL rating average is 87.9. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's go to playoffs. Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? He's played in 4 playoff games. 4 playoff games, and is 1-3. 1-3. With, wait for it, 5 TD passes and 7 interceptions. Mike, thoughts? Am I crazy? So you got your money. You got your money. And you got the nerve to say he shouldn't? Is this because you're looking back and saying, you know what, maybe I should have kicked some of that money back and so we could have kept some of those other players? Is that what you're trying to say? Because, see, this all goes back to this whole thing. I'm still mystified that your last year of football, 2015, that you were making $29 million. $29 million. $29 million. You know what? And here's the other point in here that you have to look at. When you think about when your career started going pretty well, and you did make it to those playoffs, and you threw that great 66-yard pass, that record-setting pass, that you got hit with a devastating knee injury. Devastating knee injury. ACL, MCL, and kneecap dislocation. Your career was in doubt. The funny thing is looking back at your career at the $176 million that you made, do you honestly look back and say that you were worth all of that money? Because those endorsements, they can dry up real quick. Take a look at Cam Newton. One bad interview, he lost all of his endorsements. To Dak Prescott. Okay, but take a look at Ryan Shazier. One play in his career. I think it's best that somebody shouldn't tell somebody else what to do with their money. Or as they say, those who live in glass houses shouldn't cast the first stone. Because I'm sorry, that's bullshit what you just passed right here. Bullshit. As always, y'all, Jobu investigative reports. Damn, I'm literally choking on this because this is some bullshit. I'll catch you guys later.